Welcome to Second Take, the show that focuses on the issues behind the news. This week, Mining Weekly editor Martin Creamer joins me to discuss the Valley SEZ, the Kukama shaft, and Orion's Bankable Feasibility Study. Welcome, Martin.
Hello, Sashni.
Now, South Africa's Platinum Valley will soon take shape following a promise from Minister Ibrahim Patel.
Yes, I'm glad he put in the next 3 months because we've been waiting for a long time for the Platinum Valley. Of course, there's the Silicon Valley, which is historically famous, particularly for the computer world and the solid state world. Now we're trying to repeat that in South Africa using platinum, particularly in fuel cells, which we think has got a big future for this country. You know, the fuel cell business is being developed far more outside of South Africa than inside South Africa, but still, we've got this hydrogen policy. We do always talk about fuel cells, and I think now we're going to start really acting. And you see that the minister, he when he spoke in the State of the Nation address debate, he put dates on everything. So, you know, he's put 100 days on also metal fabrication incentive. So these could all be linked up. And we note that there are incentives attached to these special economic zones. And the incentives are tax, like 15% tax break for the corporates. But then there's also the 12J of the Income Tax Act, where, you know, you can almost get 100% write-off, which is massive. And then there's special incentives to employ people at levels below 6,000 Rand a month. So we think of our youth, you know, moving them into these areas so they're getting this experience like you're in a semi-Silicon Valley. It can be very interesting. So I'm holding thumbs that this time we really get going and do something.
And Northern Platinum will recommence operations at Kukama shaft at the Eland mine complex.
It's great to hear these reports coming through of mines expanding, resuscitating, bringing things out of mothballs, setting them off again. Because although the platinum price is bad, you know, if you look at the basket price, it's being boosted by the palladium price, the rhodium price, even the ruthenium price. You know, so the basket is good. And you saw the notice from Anglo-American Platinum that they're going to do very well, which I'm sure the unions are sitting there because their wage negotiations going, and they think, well, we'll get it at least above inflation at this rate because of the performance. So we see now Northern saying we're going to resurrect Eland's platinum. That is a very good set of assets, good infrastructure out there. They didn't pay a lot for it, and now they want to get it moving, and it looks like they won't have to. They'll fund it themselves from their own cash flows, which is a very important thing at this time.
Lastly, Orion Minerals announced a bankable feasibility study with benefits in financing, concentrate offtake, and construction of the Prieska project. You
know, it's fantastic down in Prieska. You know, I've been down to Prieska, and the time when I went down there, it looks like a museum because, you know, you don't really see active mining. But that was a very big copper area, and it was part of Anglo-Val, which was one of our 4 big mining houses. The copper price fell. There were all sorts of issues at that time. They closed this down, but it virtually built a town, you know, called Prieska. Orion Minerals have spotted this opportunity, and they've gone down there, and brother, they've moved fast. You know, they've got funding from Australia. They've put it to very good work, and now their feasibility study is very successful, pointing to an operational return of about 44%. So it's pleasing. And they're also listed on the Johannesburg Stock Exchange, and they're doing zinc and copper. And, you know, copper, well, it's in such demand. I mean, you just produce it and the offtake is there. And zinc is also a metal that's sought after. And the quality of the zinc is such that they'll probably be able to sell it in a way that it can be blended with lower quality zincs, which is going to be a big advantage for them. So everything pointing positively down in the Northern Cape there with Orion Minerals, and we hope that they get their mining license pretty quick. We don't want the government now to hold things up, because you can see they've moved fast. And I spoke to another mining company this week, and they're also resuscitating an old gold mine, and they got their mining license in 4 months. So things are speeding up.
Thanks for speaking with us, Martin.
It's a great pleasure, Sashni.
That's it for today. Join us again next week for more news analysis on the local and global mining industries. And don't forget to listen to the audio version of our Mining Weekly daily email newsletter.